Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets behind corporate filings. And sometimes they reveal a story that is a little too good to be true, or maybe just a little too boring to tell anyone but us. Today we're diving into Airship AI Holdings Inc.'s latest report, and let me tell you, it has got some interesting numbers as a company that is pretty public about its operations. Scrollership AI Holdings Inc. Scroll. So what exactly is Airship AI Holdings Incorporated doing? Well, they are a company that deals with artificial intelligence, and as you might expect from a company in that rapidly evolving field, they are presenting their results with a certain flair. We are looking at their Form 8K filing, which means something significant happened that the company needed to report to the public right away. Scroll on stock specifically. This filing walks us through some recent financial and operational results. They announced their financial and operational results for the quarterly period that ended on the 30th of September. Now, it is the 17th of November 2025, and they are releasing this information. This is a pretty standard move for companies after they close their books for a quarter to let everyone know how they did. Scroll asks Pommon Stocks member Scroll, let's get into the meat of it. We want to see how the company is actually performing and what the numbers are telling us. Often these reports are released with a press release attached, and that is exactly what we have here. The company has decided to furnish a press release that details their financial and operational outcomes. Scrollasp warrants member Thyscroll. So what did they report? Well, we are looking at the period ending the 30th of September 2025. This filing specifically mentions their common stock and warrants. These are the things people invest in. Understanding how these are performing is pretty crucial for anyone looking at the company as an investment. Scroll the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC SRI. Scroll. Now let us look at the securities part. The company's common stock is trading under the ticker symbol ISB, and their warrants are traded under ISB. Both are listed on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC. This information is important to know where to look if you want to see their stock price in real time, but as for the filing, we want to focus on the substance of the report, which is the results themselves. Scroll 8210 154th Avenue Nesswise. Scroll the report also confirms their principal executive offices are located in Redmond, Washington. This gives you an idea of where the company is physically based, though for the purpose of our analysis, what matters more are the numbers and the strategy behind them. Scroll the company has elected not to use the extended transition period for complying with new or revised financial accounting standards. Scroll, interestingly, this report indicates that Airship AI Holdings Incorporated is an emerging growth company. This means they are likely a younger publicly traded company that has certain regulatory flexibilities. They have also chosen not to use the extended transition period for complying with new or revised financial accounting standards. This suggests they are aiming to be as current as possible with their reporting, which is a good sign for transparency. Scroll press release dated the 17th of November. 2025 Srid Scroll. The most important part of this filing is the press release that is being furnished. This press release is where we will find the actual financial and operational results for the quarter that ended the 30th of September. This is the core information that investors and analysts pore over to understand the company's health. Now, while this current filing doesn't contain the detailed tables within itself, it points us to Exhibit 99.1, which is the press release. In typical filings like this, the press release is packed with key financial data. We would be looking for things like revenue growth, profit margins, earnings per share, and any significant changes in their balance sheet. Since we don't have the direct tables here, we'll have to infer based on how these companies typically report. Usually, a press release announcing results will highlight top-line revenue growth, perhaps compare it to the previous year's quarter, and mention any key achievements or challenges for an AI company like Airship AI Holdings Incorporated. We would be looking for metrics related to their product development, customer acquisition, and the adoption rate of their AI solutions. Are they landing new big clients? Are their existing clients using their services more? These are the questions we want answered by the press release. Let's consider what we might find in that press release. A strong report would likely show an increase in revenue compared to the previous quarter and the same quarter last year. They might talk about expanding their market share or launching new innovative products. For example, if revenue grew by 20%, that could mean they are significantly increasing their sales or gaining new customers. On the flip side, if revenue is flat or declining, it could signal market challenges or increased competition. We would also be keen to see their net income or loss. Are they making a profit, or are they still in an investment phase where they are spending heavily to grow? For an emerging growth company, it is not uncommon to see losses as they invest in research and development and sales. However, it is crucial to see a clear path towards profitability. The fact that they are trading common stock and warrants means they are actively participating in the public markets. This level of transparency through filings like this 8 K is essential for maintaining investor confidence. They are obligated to disclose material information promptly. This filing serves as that prompt disclosure for their quarterly performance announcement. Looking at the management side for this report, we see the signature of Victor Huang, the Chief Executive Officer. This indicates that the CEO has reviewed and approved the contents of this filing, adding a layer of executive responsibility to the information being presented. This level of oversight is standard, but always worth noting. Now let's transition to my take on this filing. This particular 8K is essentially a pointer to a press release. It is like getting a cover page for a book and being told the real story is inside another volume. While the 8K itself doesn't give us the deep dive into the numbers, it signals that financial results are being released. The fact that they are highlighting their common stock and warrants and their exchange listing on Nasdaq tells us that they are actively engaged in the capital markets and are subject to their scrutiny. The company identifies as an emerging growth company and is electing not to use extended transition periods for accounting standards, which is a positive sign for transparency and readiness to adopt the latest financial reporting rules. However, without the actual financial data from the press release, it is difficult to make a definitive assessment of their current financial health or strategic direction. We can only infer that the press release contains the crucial figures like revenue, profit, and any significant operational updates that would allow for a deeper analysis. The key risk here is always the execution of their AI strategy. Are they able to translate their technological capabilities into sustainable revenue and profit? Investor attention will be focused on the growth trajectory and the path to profitability. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Airship AI Holdings Incorporated filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out our Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.